Hello everybody, this video is going to be on base 100 multiplication, and both the numbers are going to be slightly below 100. Now, it's based on this algebraic identity right here. I'm going to write it out. X minus A times X minus B equals X minus A minus B plus AB. Now, it may seem complicated, but if you know how to multiply binomials out, and you know how to use the distributive property, you will get equivalent expressions once you combine like terms and do some work on both sides. So let's see how that comes into play here. Example 1. What is 99 times 97? So here's how we want to think about this. You might notice that the numbers are close to 100. So that's going to be called our base. Our base is 100. The power of 10 they're really close to. And A is going to be the first deficiency. What I mean by that is 99 is how many units below 100? It's 1 unit below 100. So I'm going to say 1. And B is how many units below? B represents 3 because it's 97 is 3 units below 100. So I'm going to say 3. And now let's substitute all that into here using these 3 values. So I have 2 parentheses. So what do I have here? X minus A, X minus B. What's my X? So I have 100. 100 minus 1 minus 3. So I just did this right here with our values. And now I'm going to say that equals, what's my X? 100. So that's 100. Then I say 100 minus 1 minus 3. Then I say plus, I multiply these two numbers, 1 times 3, my A and my B. 1 times 3. Now, so this is 99, 100 minus 1. This is 97, 100 minus 3. So I have 99 times 97. Now this side can really help us get the answer quickly because we want to think of it as having 2 parts. This part right here, 100 minus 1 minus 3. So I take my base and I subtract my A and my B. I get 99 minus 3 is 96. And this part right here is just 3. So I could use these 2 values to really get my answer because I'm going to think of the answer as having 4 spaces. Now this 96 must go over here because it's multiplied by 100. So it gets shifted 2 spaces to the left. And this 3 is just the units in the unit space, so it goes right here. So what goes here? Nothing. So my final answer is 9,603. Okay, that's a little theory behind it. And now let's just try to get the answer as efficiently as possible. Okay, I'll describe it in a procedural sense. Okay. So now we have example 2. What is 99? Let's do 99 times 98. So this time my base, my X, is 100. And the deficiency right here is 1. And the deficiency right here is 2. Okay, from 100, of course. Now, we don't have to do all this. We can just, the easiest way to get the answer is we need to get the first part and we need to get the second part of our answer and put those together. And there's 4 ways we can get our first part, and there's really 1 way we get our second part. So what are the 4 ways? Well, first, we can we can make it look like this, We can take our base, 100, and subtract the deficiency. So minus 1 minus 2, you get 97, of course. You could also cross subtract this way, 98 minus 1. That's 97, of course. You could cross subtract this way, 99 minus 2. And you could add the numbers, 99 plus 98. And then take away 100, and you'll still get 97. Okay, so those are the 4 ways. And the second part of your answer, you just want to multiply the deficiency. So 1 times 2 is just 2, right? 1 times 2 is just 2. And how do we put our answers together? Well, first part of our answer is 97. Because I have 98 minus 1, right? I'm going to I think that's the easiest way to do it right here. Cross subtract this way. 98 minus 1 is 97. And I'm going to put a slash And I need to have two spaces here because 100 has two zeros. So what's 1 times 2? That's just, I'm going to put it 02. Because I know it has to have two digits right here. It can't go in the tens column. So my final answer, 9,702. Okay? Let's do some more examples. Okay, let's do this example right here. What's 97 times 96? So, sorry about that. What's 97 times 96? My base is a 100. 97 is 3 units below 100. 96 is 4 units below 100. First part of my answer, I'm going to cross subtract. 96 minus 3 is 93. Put a slash. What's 3? And I should have two spaces here. What's 3 times 4? It's just 12. So final answer, 9,312. Okay, let's keep on going. Let's do 97 times 97. This time my base is still 100. Now this is 3 units below 100. This is 3 units below 100. First part of our answer, let's cross subtract. 97 minus 3 is 94. Second part of our answer should have two spaces. 3 times 3 is 9, so I'm going to put a 09. Final, nothing to carry. Final answer, 9,409. Let's keep on going. Example 5. Okay, let's do 93 times 98. So, base is again 100. How far is 93 from 100? It's 7 units less than 100, and 98 is 2 units less than 100. I'm going to cross subtract this way. 93 minus 2. First part of my answer is 91. Second part of my answer should have two spaces. 7 times 2 is 14. Final answer, 9,114. Okay, we're going to do more examples now. Let's keep on going. Good job. So we're at example 6 now. Let's do 91 times 92. Great example right here. Okay, so base is still 100. 91 is 9 units less than 100, and 92 is 8 units less than 100. So first part of my answer, I'm going to cross subtract. What's 91 minus 8? That's 83. So I'm going to put an 83 right here. Put a slash. And the second part of my answer should have two spaces. 9 times 8 is 72. So final answer, 8,372. Okay, let's keep on going. Example 7. Okay, let's do 89 times 95. So base is 100. This is 11 units less than 100. This is 5 units less than 100. I'm going to cross subtract this way. For the first part of my answer, 89 minus 5 is 84. Put a slash, two spaces. 11 times 5 is 55. Nothing to carry. Final answer, 8,455. Okay, so once you get the hang of this, it's pretty simple, and you get the answer really efficiently. Example 8. Let's do 91 times 96. 91 times 96. So my base is, of course, 100. I'm writing it out every time, but you can keep track of it in your head. So this is 9 units less than 100. This is 4 units less than 100. First part of my answer, I'm going to cross subtract. 91 minus 4 is 87. Second part of my answer should have two spaces. 9 times 4 is 36. So final answer, 8,736. Okay, let's keep on going. Okay, now let's go a little bit further. I'm not going to carry it, but I'm going to go farther away from 100, and this method still works. So check this out. If I have, last example. Example 9 now. Look at this example right here. Really interesting in my opinion. What if I have 67 times 97? So my base is still 100. Base is 100. And let's get our deficiency. So this one's easier. This is obviously 3 units less than 100. And there's a trick. How many units less than 100 is 67? Well, there's an easy trick to this. You use all from 9, last from 10. So 9 minus 6 is 3. 10 minus 7 is 3. So you should watch my videos on subtraction if that doesn't make sense. So it's much easier to cross subtract this way. So let's do it. 67 minus 3 is 64. Second part of my answer should have 2 spaces. 33 times 3 is just 99. So my answer is 6,499. Let's keep on going. Let's do example 10 now. This is a really useful method, so I'm going to do more examples than I usually do. Let's do this one. I really like this example. 25 times 99. So base is a 100. This is, of course, 75 less than 100, and this is, of course, 1 unit less than 100. I'm going to cross subtract this way to get the first part of my answer. 25 minus 1 is just 24. I'm going to put a slash. Second part of my answer should have 2 spaces. 75 minus 1 is 74. So final answer, 2,474. Okay, let's do example 11 now. And I'm going to show you just a couple what happens when you have to carry. So let's look at this example. 88 times 88. So base is what? 100. This is 12 units less than 100. This is 12 units less than 100. Once again, you could say 9 minus 8 is 1, 10 minus 8 is 2. All from 9, last from 10. First part of my answer, cross subtract. 88 minus 12 is 76. So I'm going to put a 76. I'm going to put a slash. Remember what I said, we can only have 2 spaces here. And what's 12 times 12 when I multiply the deficiencies? I get 144. So I have to write it like this. 1, 4, 4. This 1 gets carried over. 76 plus 1 is 77. So my final answer is 7,744. Okay, great job. Let's do a couple more where we have to carry. Okay, and then we'll stop. So 2 more examples. So example 12. I'm going to say 88 times 91. So 88 times 91. So base, working base is 100. And this deficiency is 12. This deficiency is 9. Let's cross subtract this way. What's 88 minus 9? That's 79. So first part of my answer is 79. Put a slash. Next part of my answer can have 2 spaces. I'll multiply my deficiencies. What's 12 times 9? 12 times 9 is 108. So I have to write it like this, 108. That indicates that this 1 gets carried. What's 79 plus 1? That's just 80. So final answer is 8008, which is, of course, 8,008. Okay, let's do one last example with a carry. Let's say, let's do 24 times 99. 98, I'm sorry. So this will be our last example. So my base right here is 100. Now, this really helps. So 98 is obviously 2 units less than 100. And how do I get the deficiency for 24? 9 minus 2 is 7. 10 minus 4 is 6. So that's another easy way to get it. Clearly, it's easier to cross subtract this way. So first part of my answer, 24 minus 2 is just 22. Put a slash. Remember, we can only have 2 spaces here. Okay? Now what's 76 times 2? That's just 152. So I have to write it like this, 1, 5, 2. This 1 gets carried. What's 22 plus 1? 23. So final answer, 2352. Okay? 2352. And 2,352. So as you can see, we can use it no matter what 2 numbers we have, but it does work a little bit better when the numbers are really close to 100, okay? So good job, and keep practicing. and you'll improve in these methods.